if the Incredibles 2 characters were actually charged for their crimes. Although Bob is trying to stop Underminer's drill, he ends up doing a bit more property damage by busting up the road and failing to stop the vehicle's path of destruction. Accidental or not, this attempt still dealt a lot of damage to the city. When Helen first sets off to fight crime on her new motorcycle, she launches onto the freeway and speeds through traffic. While this doesn't seem like the worst crime for a vigilante, it's certainly worth noting, especially since Helen's whole purpose is to improve the image of superheroes. Helen continues this reckless driving when she speeds across sidewalks and traffic. She's trying to save the out-of-control monorail, but reckless driving could end up causing more injury than she had planned. Catching up with the monorail also leads to Helen smashing up some windows and banging up walls. Property damage comes with this job. When Helen needs to subdue Evelyn and regain control of the jet, she does so violently. She grabs a flare gun and shoots Evelyn through the window and out of the jet. While not lethal exactly, this still accounts as assault with a deadly weapon. To save her parents, Violet infiltrates Evelyn's ship with Dash. Though they're trying to save the day, this would still count as breaking and entering. Although Dash is trying to save his family, summoning his dad's car ultimately means causing arson and violating traffic regulations. Since Dash is working alongside Violet, he shares her crime of breaking and entering the boat. After stopping Underminer's drill, Lucius flees the scene. Although it makes sense for him to evade the police after superheroes were outlawed, the evasion of the police after such a disastrous event is still a crime. Evelyn's first big act of evil as screenslaver is hacking a monorail, endangering all aboard. This counts as both computer hacking and a terrorist attack on transportation.
Hello?
Evelyn later taunts Helen by hacking the broadcast waves and hypnotizing the show host and crew. While she doesn't use this power of hypnosis to do anything harmful, her invasion of privacy is a significant crime for violating the airwaves.
Look out!
However, Evelyn's hacking of helicopters and endangering the life of the ambassador is a much bigger crime. Evelyn sure does some hacking of TV broadcasts. Although Evelyn is only manipulating this guy into doing her bidding, she still puppets the screenslaver stand-in to attack Helen with various weapons. When Helen finally figures out Evelyn is screenslaver, Evelyn hypnotizes Helen and falsely imprisons her. Evelyn dispatches her hypnotized heroes to attack the rest of the Parr family. While the family does their best to defend themselves, this is a pretty aggressive case of assault and breaking and entering. This leads to Lucius being hypnotized and falsely imprisoned by Evelyn to do her bidding. Evelyn's manipulations continues when she puppets Helen to attack Bob. And this leads to Bob being falsely imprisoned as well. Evelyn uses Bob to take over the ship and assault the crew. She's also pretty harsh about it by chucking the poor crewman across the control into another crewman. And there's even more assault on the record when she uses Bob, Helen and Lucius to attack Violet, Dash and Jack-Jack. After Ben, Helen and Lucius escape Screenslaver's gaze, they still contend with the 5 remaining hypnotized heroes. As Evelyn escapes and Helen boards her escape jet, Evelyn flies recklessly to smack Helen about the cabin. Not a safe way to pilot. As if that weren't bad enough, Evelyn then tries to kill Helen by depriving her of oxygen. A wicked way to take out a hero. Although Evelyn's plan to smash the boat into the city is averted, her whole plan is one big terrorist attack that caps off her crimes in a big way. The Underminer gets the film off with a bang by tunnelling through the streets. His giant drill causes all sorts of damage to public property. He wouldn't be much of a villain if he didn't make a grand entrance and committed some crimes. Underminer's carnage continues when he activates bombs to break into the bank's vault. This triple threat of crime covers arson, property damage, and grand larceny. For being a typical supervillain, Underminer knows how to commit crimes big time. Underminer then engages in combat with Mr. Incredible. While Incredible can handle the mechanical punches of the mechanical hands, this still counts as assault with a deadly weapon.